जमहूरियत की खातर उस जंग का हिस्सा बने। 1 लाख से ज्यादा अमेरिकन ने अपनी जिंदगियां कुर्बान की जमहूरियत के लिए, प्रिंसिपलनेस। उसके बाद से हर जंग में, दूसरी जंग अजीम में 16 मिलियन, 1 करोड़ 60 लाख अमेरिकन उस जंग का हिस्सा थे जो जमहूरियत और लिबरल डेमोक्रेसी के लिए लड़ी गई। कोरियन वॉर में 6 मिलियन अमेरिकन ने हिस्सा लिया, 50,000 से ज्यादा ने अपनी जानों का कुर्बानी दी। वियतनाम की जंग में 3 मिलियन अमेरिकन जो हैं वो लड़े जमहूरियत के कॉज। और पाकिस्तान की जब हम बात करते हैं तो कई मौके 60s में, फिर 70s 80s में, फिर उसके बाद 9/11 के बाद पाकिस्तानी कौम अमेरिका के साथ खड़ी हुई जमहूरियत के डिफेंस के लिए, एक लिबरल वर्ल्ड ऑर्डर के लिए। यही अमेरिका की पोजीशन है फॉरेन पॉलिसी में, यही व्हाइट हाउस की पोजीशन है, यही झगड़ा है व्हाइट हाउस का चाइना के साथ, रशिया के साथ, कोरिया के साथ। यही बेसिस है यूक्रेन की जंग की कि अमेरिका लिबरल डेमोक्रेसी को, लिबरल डेमोक्रेटिक ऑर्डर को डिफेंड कर रहा है और पाकिस्तान अमेरिका के कॉजेस में अमेरिका के साथ खड़ा हुआ है। जब हम यहाँ आए हैं, मैं इसी दिन की और इस जगह की मुनासबत से ये बात करना चाहता हूँ। आप लोग यहाँ पे क्यों आए? पाकिस्तानी, एक चीज का मैं थोड़ा सा पहले जिक्र कर दूं, फिर उसके बाद शहबाज गिल बहुत खुल के जरा उसको सियासी रंग से देखेंगे चीजों को, लेकिन मैं इसको थोड़ा डिफरेंट तरीके से देखूं। एक कंफ्यूजन मेरे जहन में ये भी थी कि मैं किस कैपेसिटी में, किस रोल में मैं यहाँ खड़ा हूँ। बिकॉज गुज़िश्ता 20 बरस जो सहाफत की, लिखा, एडिटरशिप की, मैं किसी सियासी जमात का हिस्सा नहीं हूँ। तो फिर मैं यहाँ पर किस रोल में, किस कैपेसिटी के अंदर खड़ा हूँ, ये एक नेचुरल क्वेश्चन है। और वो मैं थोड़ा सा आपको एक्सप्लेन करना चाहता हूँ। 2008 के बाद से हर पाकिस्तानी हुकूमत ने, प्रोविंशियल गवर्नमेंट्स ने, फेडरल गवर्नमेंट्स ने मुझे कोई ना कोई सियासी रोल ऑफर किया और मैंने कभी उसका मशहूर नहीं किया, लेकिन मैंने उनको पोलाइटली रिफ्यूज किया तमीज से, लेकिन कभी उसके कोई ब्रॉनी पॉइंट्स नहीं लिए। और मेरा आर्गुमेंट ये था कि मेरा रोल किसी हुकूमत में और सियासत में आना नहीं है। मेरा रोल एक पॉलिटिकल कमेंटेटर का है जिसने तमाम साइड्स के ऊपर तनकीद भी करनी है और तमाम साइड्स के साथ अपना रिलेशनशिप भी रखना है। मुझे मेरी एक मीडिया स्पेस चाहिए, एक्सप्रेशन की स्पेस चाहिए, सोचने की स्पेस चाहिए। और बाय एंड लार्ज 2022 तक पाकिस्तान में ये स्पेस किसी न किसी फॉर्म में थी, कम हो गई थी, श्रिंक हो गई थी, लेकिन ये स्पेस एग्जिस्ट करती थी। और जब मैंने पाकिस्तान छोड़ा अक्टूबर 2022 में, शहीद अरशद शरीफ की असैसिनेशन और मर्डर के एक दिन के बाद, उस वक्त तक बाय एंड लार्ज हम समझते थे कि पाकिस्तान में ये स्पेस एग्जिस्ट करती है। लेकिन शहीद अरशद शरीफ की शहादत से पहले भी ऐसे सीक्वेंस ऑफ इवेंट्स पाकिस्तान में हुए, स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम मई 2022, जब एक रात में 4000 से ज्यादा घरों में पंजाब में पुलिस ने रेड किया, दरवाजे तोड़े, औरतों बच्चों को हरासा किया, लोगों को मारा पीटा, लॉन्ग मार्च को नाकाम बनाने के लिए। मैं एक्सप्लेन ये करना चाहता हूँ कि हम यहाँ क्यों हैं, मैं यहाँ क्यों खड़ा हूँ, आप यहाँ पे क्यों मौजूद हैं। मेरा ख्याल था वी विल स्पीक इन इंग्लिश ताकि वो ऑन रिकॉर्ड में आए। मुझसे इंसिस्ट किया जाता है। आई थॉट जी, so I thought that since all of you have called United States your home, and I have come across people who came here in a suitcase with less than $1,000, and they have pursued the American dream of the pursuit of happiness. And I have come across people who came here in a suitcase, or maybe in $1,000, but they became millionaires over here. This is what the American dream has been. And today, if many of you are here, you're here because you have your family, you have your friend, you have your business partners, you have your interests in Pakistan. But above all, you have your identity in Pakistan, which you think is under threat. That is why you're here. That is why you have chosen next to the White House, because you want to register a point to the White House. What is that you expect from the White House? That is why I have given the background, that how White House, since the days of Woodrow Wilson, before the First World War, has taken a clear position for the defense of democracy, for the deepening of democracy, for the entrenchment of democracy. And this is what I mentioned, and when I mentioned that 5 million Americans participated in the First World War on the principle for the defense of liberal democracy, on the principle of fighting the fascism. When 16 million Americans participated in Second World War, they were fighting against fascism. They wanted to defend the liberal democracy in Europe, in Asia, in Africa. And when they fought in Korea and when they fought in Vietnam, the principle was the defense of liberal democracy. You are here for the defense of the liberal democracy. This is what I wanted to emphasize. This is not a Pakistan's internal struggle. If in a country of the size of Pakistan, of 240 to 250 million people, that has stood with United States throughout its history, if liberal democracy cannot be defended in Pakistan, where else the White House will be able to defend the principle of liberal democracy? It is not just the murder of media or the assassination of Arshad Sharif, but the sequence of events that started to take place in Pakistan after May 2022, the season of beatings on the road, of arrests, of detentions, of abductions, of people disappearing without any due process of law, when men were hung upside down, stripped naked. I mean, I just mentioned few names and all the scenarios will come in front of your eyes. When I mention Imran Riaz Khan, when I mention Arshad Sharif, when I mention Jameel Farooqi, when I mention Dr. Shahbaz Gill was almost assassinated and murdered on 3rd November 2022 near Wazirabad. And then after May 9th, the unleashing of terror of the state against the people of Pakistan. This is what I think you are here for, to demand from the White House that we want White House not to ignore what is happening in Pakistan. We want White House to become engaged with Pakistan. We want White House to direct the Secretary of State to become engaged with Pakistan. When we see in what is happening in Pakistan, the human right violations, which I just mentioned, the violation of the dignity of home, the way women have been treated, the way still hundreds of men and women are in arrest, many women. When you think of Khadija Shah, when you think of Alia Hamza, when you think of Sanam Javed, they're still under arrest. So you're here for the defense of human rights, for the defense of democracy. And these are essentially the values that have resonated with the American system and with the White House for the past 100 plus years. That is why you and the White House really believes in what it says, then you are here only to further the agenda of the White House. We are not taking a position against the White House. We are taking a position what White House told us it believes in from the days of Woodrow Wilson, Harry Truman, Franklin Delano Roosevelt, from the days of Jimmy Carter, from the days of all the presidents, President Obama. So we are here resonating with the American values and demanding that the White House has to take a special interest, maybe appoint a special point plan to look at what's happening in Pakistan. 2 more lines and I finish. The situation is this: despite all what's happening in Pakistan, the only solution for the problems of Pakistan is free, fair and transparent election. Let there be a government, whosoever it is, that represents the people of Pakistan. People of Pakistan and the state of Pakistan for the past 70 years has talked of the right of self-determination of the Kashmiri people, of the occupied Jammu and Kashmir. My family is from the occupied Jammu and Kashmir. But now the people of Pakistan need the self-determination. What is self-determination? People of Pakistan cannot decide their future, cannot decide their fate, cannot decide a government of their own choice, whether in a province or in the center. That means people of Pakistan have been denied the right to self-determination. And this is White House responsibility to get involved in Pakistan to ensure timely, within the constitutional limit, the free, fair, credible elections. So we get disappointed when we see that Donald Bloom, the respected US ambassador, meets the Election Commission of Pakistan and the Chief Election Commissioner refuses meeting the President of Pakistan for fixing a date for the election in Pakistan. We know this thing that the IMF deal which this regime in Pakistan got was not possible without serious efforts on part of the US Treasury. So we are surprised when the White House or the State Department tell that they cannot tell the government of Pakistan for the elections within the constitutional limit. So this is why we are here. We think the solution is the release of all political prisoners, including the former Prime Minister Imran Khan, which is one of the most unjust cases where a former Prime Minister and the former Foreign Minister of a country have actually been arrested for violating the official secrets. It has never before happened that a Prime Minister and a Foreign Minister of a country. And the interesting thing is this complaint is not coming from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. If anything, if cipher was an issue, it should have been an issue for the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. But the Ministry of Foreign Affairs has never launched a complaint in Pakistan. It is the Ministry of Interior of the PDM government that launched that complaint. So these are some of the points I think we need to reassert, and I believe that a memorandum will also be delivered to some representative from the White House today. So I wish that our voice reaches the White House, the presidency. Thank you so much.